Hi, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to bulk edit services. So to do this we can use the to-do page. To find the to-do page, just follow the link in the navigation bar and you'll be presented with this page here. Now if you have permission, you'll actually be able to change which servicer you're viewing the page as. So in my case, I'm currently logged in as the administrator account, but I'm going to change the page to be viewing from Jake, the servicer. So change it to Jake and click go. And now we're presented with all the services that Jake is assigned to that have been marked as incomplete. So first I'm going to explain the layout of the table. So here we can see we've got this header row and it describes recent services. So these are services that should have already commenced or occurred in the past and they're still marked as incomplete. So just for reference, today's the 21st of July. So that's why we're seeing these services from Friday because they were 2 days ago. Now at the bottom of the table, we can see another header row, but it describes future services. So we can see this service here, it's on Monday the 22nd of July, so that's tomorrow. Now that's important because we can't actually mark services that are in the future as being completed. We can only void them. But we'll start with the services from the past. So if we look here, there's no attendance data for these services, but we're just going to assume that they actually were completed. So for John Smith, we're going to mark this one as completed, but we actually might just mark Kelly Jones as being void just to demonstrate that you can do that as well from a to-do page. Fred Jones, we'll mark that as completed as well. And this job for Daniel Andrews, we're just going to leave that as is because there's been no notification that needs to be cancelled. Now we can create notes for each of these services too. So for example, we may wish to write a note as to why this job on Friday the 19th of July for Kelly Jones was cancelled. So I'll just click the plus button and it'll show me this text box where I can start typing notes. So I'll just say Kelly was sick, she cancelled the service, and we'll just leave it at that. Now you can create as many notes as you'd like, and you can also remove them if you don't wish to save them. But now that we've marked these jobs as being completed, we also need to schedule the next service. So if you don't know how to use the scheduling system, go watch the video for that, but otherwise we've already set up the schedules for these clients. So we can see here that Trax has predicted when the next service should be based on the schedules we've set up. So here, John Smith has on a Friday from 8 to 9, and that's what Trax has predicted. So it's going to be in a week's time. Similar thing again for Kelly. So Friday next week from 9 to 11, same thing for Fred. So Friday 10 to 12 though this time. So that's what the schedule must have been set up as. So they all look fine. If you wish, you can even change these. So we might say, okay, well, John Smith's not going to be there on Friday the 26th, and we're going to skip that service, and the next one's going to be on Friday the 9th of August. So if we choose that, Trax will schedule the service for then, and it will just create an unavailability period for John Smith on Friday the 26th of July. So that all looks fine. Now you might have many of these rows to fill out. You might have 10 or 15 different services to mark as completed. Using this page just saves you having to go through the Services tab and searching for each individual client one by one. Instead, they're all displayed on a single page. But do note that this page is not as thorough in the features as what the Services pages provides. So for example, you can't make a note be displayed at the check-in page when creating that note from the to-do page. You need to go into the Services section to do that. But for now, everything looks fine. So I'm just going to click save in this one and it's going to update those services for me. So we can see here that we successfully modified services for 3 clients.